Hola clase, soy el señor D aquí con otro video. Hoy vamos a aprender de ser y estar. And although you already know most of this, we're going to put it all together. Okay? Ser y estar. So let's go to our note sheet here. First thing we have is your last grammar concept of the year. Right here. Capítulo 8. You can stop celebrating now. Here we go. Ser. You already know this verb. We learned it. Septiembre, octubre, noviembre. This is the first main verb of the year that we learned. You could probably fill this chart in by yourself. We got soy sauce, eres, es. This would be is or it is or he is or she is. Somos, some of us, we are. Sois, para mis españoles, y my son, son. Soy, eres, es, somos, soy, son. We have a couple songs singing that. Soy, eres, es, somos, son. Soy, eres, es, somos, son. Capítulo 4, we learned estar. And I introduced this idea to you a little bit, how these two verbs kind of battle each other. We have estoy. And then we break into all of these accents. Estás, está, the accents are very important. Estamos, it's basically an AR verb now with some accents. Para mis españoles, estáis y están. And here's what's happening. We have this verb, and they both mean to be. So how do you say I am in Spanish? Soy or estoy? Como se dice you are in español? Eres or estás? It's something we need to figure out. There's two ways. I am, you are, is, or if you're doing if you're doing formal, this could be you are. Somos and estamos significa we are. So be you plural are for España. And lastly, we have they are. Son or están, and then if you're using this one for you plural, ustedes, this would be you plural are. So this is a concept that we already knew coming into this video today. Ser, estar, two verbs mean the same exact thing. Here's the problem. Well, we'll back up. In Spanish, we have two verbs that mean to be. They are not used interchangeably. We have to choose the correct one. So you can't be like, today I feel like Chinese food, I'll use soy. And the next day you didn't like the Chinese food you ate, now your stomach hurts, and you want to go with estoy. You can't do that. You have to choose the right one depending on the situation. So here you go. We have estar. We're going to learn about estar first. And this isn't 100% correct all the time, but we can basically say estar is used for more of temporary things. Okay? Temporary. Not all the time is that true, but a lot of times it is. So here we go. We also have emotion, emoción y lugar, or locación. Should be an accent on the O. So we're going to go through some examples. We're going to label whether this sentence deals with emotion or location. And that's when we use estar. So here we go. Mi amigo está in el consultorio. That's the word for doctor's office that we'll learn in chapter 8 if we haven't already. And this is location. We have this key word. By the way, this is the key word here, en. If you see in, at, or on, talking about location, you're probably going to use estar. Mi amigo está en el consultorio. So here, it's location, so I put my L. See that? Labeled it L. And it says, my friend is in the doctor's office, or the examination room. This is the word for happy, and here's another word for happy, content and happy. So this is a feeling. Yo estoy, using estar here, emotion. I am happy. Yo estoy muy contento. I am happy. Rita. Oh, here's our key word in. Rita está. Rita is in the pharmacy. This is location. Rita is in the pharmacy. I guess that's a PH in English. Pharmacy. With the pharmacist. That's what this says. With the pharmacist. You want to write that down? Go ahead. Chapter 8 vocab. Más práctica. Práctica es una cosa buena. Okay, lastly here. Here's a question word. The end of the year. I hope we know what donde means. I'm not even going to tell you. I'll tell you in a second. ¿Dónde están ustedes? And aquí, if we have ustedes in the answer, ustedes in a question, we do nosotros in the answer. Nosotros estamos en la, let's not say clase, let's say biblioteca. The library, if you forget. En la biblioteca. This would be location. And translation, where are you guys? I say you guys. You can write what you want. Where are you guys? We are in the library. That says we are in the library. Okay, here's the main, that shouldn't be right here. Here's the main thing. Anytime the sentence talks about location or motions, use estar. So if you scroll back up here, you're talking about emotion. I am happy, I am sad. You're talking about location, he is there, we are there. Or you see in, you're using estar. Okay? Let's move on to ser. When do we use ser? Ser. This is more of a permanente thing. Permanente, sorry. Permanent. I like the phrase here, iPod, if you can see that up there. That's how a lot of your teachers will teach it here at Dallastown. Identidad, personalidad, origen, descripción física. So let's go through some of these. Ramón. Es un nombre. Aquí tenemos Ramón. Yo soy Ramón. This is identity. We're using ser. We're identifying yourself as Ramón. Another example. This is a marker. Este es un marcador. I just identified this thing as a marker. So, I'm Ramón. Nosotros, conjugate ser here. Somos. We are nice and hard working. This is the word hard working, hard worker. This is a personality. If you're a nice person and you're hard working, that's your personality. Let's talk about origen, origin. Where are you from? Julia y Pablo son de Argentina. Origin. Juan or Julia y Pablo are from Argentina. Okay, let's look at this next one, talking about mi madre. Mi madre es una médica. My mom is a doctor. There's two words for doctor in Spanish. Médica, médico, o doctor, doctora. This, I would say, is sort of identity. You're identifying yourself as a doctor. Usted es un alumno. You are a student. You could say Señor D es un maestro. You're identifying me with my job. Yo soy alto. Descripción física, obviously. I am tall. I've said that a lot this year. Yo soy alto. Here are two infamous questions that we had throughout this year. Who are you? Actually, we answer that. Soy Ramon. Who are you? This is identity. We're saying, who are you? I am Ramon. You can write that down. ¿Cómo eres? How are you? This is asking you to describe yourself. Soy alto y fantástico. Anytime the sentence talks about identity, personality, origin, or physical description, you use ser. You can't use estar to describe the fact that you're tall. You can't use ser to describe the fact that you are located in Spanish class. Now, down here, there are some funny things going on where everything I just taught you is opposite. And I said it doesn't always work out perfectly, but here are some examples. These are funny. He is dead. That's the word for dead. Normally, if somebody's dead, that would be a permanent thing. You think there should be ser, but it's not. For some reason, Spanish speakers use estar for dead. Yo estoy gordo. This is a physical description, but I put a star here. This is kind of like maybe you ate at a buffet 3 nights in a row and you gained 2 pounds really quick and you just look fat and you feel fat, but you're not really normally a person who is that big. You'd be like, estoy gordo. Or after you get done eating a whole lot of food, you might say, estoy gordo. I feel fat, or I'm a little fat right now. Que bonita estás. This is a pretty cool phrase. This is kind of like saying how pretty you are. And this is sort of temporary condition. This is like, let's just think of a girl that doesn't always dress up. She might be pretty, but she doesn't always look like real pretty. And then she wears jogging pants every day. But then one day she came to school, did her hair real nice, wore like a dress, and she put makeup on and sprayed on like 5 pounds of perfume. You'd be like, you kind of notice her now. Hey, que bonita estás. Like, you look good right now. You dress nice today. This is pretty cool, and I've said this all throughout the year, and I've never explained it to you. I always said, listo? Listo? Estar and listo is how to say, are you ready? And you can look at that as sort of a temporary thing. Are you ready? If you use ser with listo, yo soy listo, that means I am smart. And not just intelligent smart, but you can think really quickly. Like, bam. Like, you can come up with an answer real fast. You're kind of always ready, being smart, if that makes any sense. It's kind of like what I'm not. Okay, clase, aquí ser versus estar. Gracias por escuchar y escribir en tus apuntes. No son tus notas.